Hello everyone and welcome back to the Fishing with Matt channel. So today we have a bit of a different video on the channel, a really exciting one, and this is a really cool concept that I hope is going to pan out and work really well. So today we are in the river itching area and I have got a brand new product with me. This is a bike that was sent to me by a company called Engwe. This is the X24 model and it is an off-road bike. It's a little bit cheeky, we're going to be on the roads today, but we're going to be sticking within the limits of what's legal per se. But yeah, this is a really awesome piece of kit. It's an off-road bike. I'll have a link in the description, so if you want to check it out, then do have a look. But yeah, the concept of today's video is we are going to be travelling down the river itching, doing a bit of lure fishing and trying to get into some bass. So I've started at a place called Riverside Park, which is behind me over here, and I'm going to jump down there and probably have about 15 or so casts in each area, and then we're going to move on. So yeah, we're going to head further down the river itching towards the mouth of the river and hopefully get into some bass. So I put this in the back of my car. This is a folding bike, which is really cool, and I drove down to this area. I'm sort of local, my missus lives around this area, so I know where I'm going to be going today. But this is a 1000 watt motor e-bike and it peaks at about 1400, which is mental. Goes up to about 30 mile an hour just on the electricity, and if you pedal you can definitely get a bit faster. But yeah, I'll show you that all later on in the video. But first let's get some lures on the old rod and see if we can jump down there and hopefully get into a bass. So for a long old while I've had quite a few lures. In this box is some of my older ones, so we've got some Candy Kings, got some Scary Eels and stuff like that. Got a couple of clips just in case one of the clips pops off. But recently I've been trying to get into the lure fishing game a little bit more, and I've purchased one of these, which is a Sandy Andy White Pearl, I believe it is. I wish I got a little bit of a bigger one. This is a 12 gram head and I can't fit a quick connect clip through the loop at the top, which is a bit annoying, so I'm going to have to get a bigger one or tie that straight to the line. I've also picked up a Savage Gear Sand Eel V2, which is a 15 gram head. That's a pretty good looking one, sort of similar to that, but obviously got its differences. And then we got a Pachinko 100 500G colour here, and this is one that's going to be doing the business, as well as the Sandy Andy, and I was recommended this by CI Fishing Guernsey, the old V2 sand eel. So yeah, let's give it a go. I'm going to start with the Pachinko and let's get some bass. Right, here we go then everybody. So we are going to go for our first cast. Now I am a pretty much complete beginner at lure fishing. I've only ever caught one bass on a lure, so yeah, going to give it a go. We've got the Pachinko one first, as I said, and what you want to be doing this one is the walk the dog action. So you just want to be putting it in. It's a floating surface lure, so you just want to be jolting it against the top of the surface, and hopefully that will catch the eye of a bass. So yeah, we're going to keep on doing that. I'm going to probably go around a little bit further under the bridge, give it a go. I've got the GoPro on, so if I get into a fish, I'll show you guys. So this lure is meant to mimic a injured bait fish. So it's on the surface, and when you do the walk the dog action, it sort of swims left and right in a jerky sort of way, and that is, yeah, as I said, meant to mimic a bait fish that is injured, and that is what the bass are going after. So what you want to do is just pop the rod like that and reel in slowly, and as you may be able to see over there, there is a ripple where my lure is, making a bit of a disturbance on the surface, and fingers crossed within 15 or so casts we may get lucky and get into a bass. So I'll bring you guys back, as I said, when we get a bite. I've been having a couple of problems with wind knots at the minute, so I've changed over to the Western Sandy Andy one, so give that a go. So this is a gummy lure that is under the water, obviously not top surface. So yeah, I think I've had one bass chase this one so far, so I'll give this go for another 10 casts or so, and then we're going to move on to our next spot. Right then, so we are on our way to our next spot. Going to cross over the bridge, and there's another little park on the other side. So yeah, we're going to go up this little bit of a hill. I use just the electric power. It's a little bit cheeky, but yeah, let's see what we can do. So yeah, just the electric power is getting us up the hill. not pedalling at all, speeding up now as we're getting on the flat, and yeah, pretty sweet. So we're gonna get on our way to the next spot, and I'll see you guys there. So just a short little journey and we are at spot number 2. Now I've never been down here before, but it looks pretty weedy, so I reckon we're going to start with the top surface lure and give that a go. Round there is the bend before we get to the northern bridge, and we're going to go there next. So yeah, I'm going to get the pachinko on, give it a go with the pachinko and see what happens. But yeah, the bike, it's awesome. When you're on the off-road bits and there's no old bill around, you can happily press the throttle, which is just on there. You'll be going 20 miles an hour within seconds. So yeah, happy days. Let's get the lure out and give it a go around here. Here we go then, we're still going for the first cast down at this new spot. So yeah guys, please go easy on me in the comments section. I am new to this, and it seems that my gear isn't up to it at the minute. I'm getting the wind knots, and the line lay on this reel is not very good. So I think I'm gonna have to get a brand new reel and some new line for this. Also, I know that I need to be using some sort of clear fluorocarbon line, which I just haven't got round to getting yet. But yeah, we're all on the new sort of vibes on this stuff. We've had some bass chaser lures down here and another trip earlier on. But yeah, let's get this cast out without further ado. And you never know, gonna go easy at the start just so we definitely do not get a wind knot. But let's see what we can do, everybody. Now trying the Savage Gear one. It's a little bit heavier than the other one, so it sinks a bit quicker, so we have to reel it in a little bit quicker. But that could be decent for the bass if they're looking for a fast-paced lure. So yeah, I've had another wind knot, so I'm having a bit of a unlucky time at the minute. I am going to get some new braid and potentially a new reel, because I think this one might be bent or something like that. The line lay is going awfully at the minute. So yeah, we're still going to keep on trying. I reckon that one of the best spots for me is going to be the River Itchen, which is 2 bridges away. So I'm going to carry on doing a couple more chucks down here, and then we're going to make our way back over that same bridge, and then it's probably about a 2 mile, 1.5 mile journey down to the northern bridge. Should be some bass around there, as I've caught one on ragworm before. So yeah. Oh, there it goes. Another wind knot. Yeah, this is it's getting, that's literally the next cast after I just recorded that. It is getting very, very upsetting. I'm not going to lie, everybody. Right then everybody, so we are in our next spot. So we skipped the northern bridge and we went to Bill's Bait and Tackle, and we are now under the Itchen Bridge. Over there, if you can see, is the spot where I had my PB so far in my fishing career bass, which is about £3 8 ounces, so that's pretty cool. This is a spot where people say bass get caught over here. I've seen it on Facebook before. But yeah, I went to Bill's, and unfortunately he didn't have any reels that were sort of suitable for what I wanted, and I need to have a little bit of a research. But we have got some spider wire 20-pound braid here, and then I've got some 23 or 25-pound fluorocarbon there. So hopefully this is a little bit better and what we should be needing to use. But yeah, another thing, as I said, the reel seems a bit busted, and I asked Bill and he said that yes, it is indeed. So as you can see, it just looks a bit weird, bit bent, it's not popping up properly. So he reckons the spring's broken, something like that. So a new reel for spinning is in order. So we're going to get that on the go at some point. But wow, did you guys see how that performed on the old time lapse there? The bike is pretty awesome. Pretty awesome. It's absolutely insane, to be fair. Obviously I shouldn't be on the road, but it's all right for the minute. So yeah, let's get a lure out down here. We'll try and deal with it the best we can. So I have got the Savage Gear V2 on at the minute. We are going with a heavier weight because that seems to be doing better to us not getting a wind knot. So let's go for a cast. We're letting it sink a little bit. The water is probably about 2 meters deep, maybe 3 meters out there. So I'm just doing a slow retrieve at the minute. There is a bit of seaweed in the water, so we are having to clean that off our line every cast, which is a bit of a shame. But catching a bass down here should be on the cards, to be fair. We'll definitely give it a go with a couple of different lures. As you can see, we are getting a bit of weed on the line. But yeah, we're going to persevere and try to see if we can catch one down here, everybody. Right, everybody, we are back on the bike again. We are going to go to the other side of the Itching Bridge. As this side, I didn't realise there's a bit of a lip and you've got to be casting over the fence basically. And I'd rather be at floor level with the sea so I can get a bit of a better go with the lure. So yeah, we're going to go to the other side. Here we go then. So the next spot, the spot where I had my current PB bass. We know that there are bigger ones out here. So yeah, we were just over the other side of the bridge there. We've now come over. I want to come to this spot because I'll be able to be at the level with the fish, so I don't have to keep my rod tipped down to try and keep the lure below the surface. We're also out the wind over here as the wind is going that way towards the bridge. So yeah, this could be where we potentially catch a bass if all things go well. There's no wind here. Gonna try and get the pachinko on if we can get away with getting no wind knots. But yeah, I might stick with the Savage Gear or the Sandy Andy one for the minute, as that little bit of extra weight will help us to not get those wind knots. So yeah, let's give it a go. Here we go then, so we're gonna go for the first cast in this spot. It is a bit weedy around here, so we've got to be careful, don't want to lose the lures. There's the first cast. Just gonna let it drop down a little bit and then we'll start reeling in. There's a bit of a slipway on the right hand side of us, so I think I'm gonna go over there as we'll be a little bit closer to the water. But yeah, this could be the spot where we catch a bass. Let's move around there and get another cast on the go, everybody. Right then, so down here I'm able to walk down this slipway. It is a little bit slippery, so I'm gonna be careful, but this will let me cast into the deeper water and hopefully get a bass. This is going to be the best spot of the day, I think, in terms of well, the best chance of catching on. So yeah, we're going to try out with this, try to get the line lay as good as we can with this heavier weight on the old jig, and then we'll put a pachinko on hopefully and get one. So we're going to start off letting it sink, and then we are going to do a slow retrieve with a bit of a jig motion, bit of a pulley motion, see if we can get anything to bite. We're going to be down here for a while, I reckon. We're out of the wind and this is definitely a good looking spot. A little bit of weed. Yeah, the weed doesn't look too bad around here either. There was a load of surface weed on the other side. No problems there. Cool, just got to make sure that the bail arm is put all the way down so the line lay is as flat as it can be. Go try with this, everybody, and I'll bring you back if we get into a bass. It is weedy out there, so we might have to put that top surface lure on. So I've just put a pachinko on, and I'm pretty sure I just saw a bass come to about 2 meters away from me. The water is a bit murky, but I definitely saw a shine underneath the water. So yeah, we're giving it a go, doing the walk the dog technique, making the lure go left and right on the surface, popping about. I reckon we had our first fish. Follow the lure, eh? I think I saw a fin pop up out of the surface as well, so not going to get too excited, but we're going to carry on going, see what happens. So I am taking interest in the area on the left of the slipway, and you see the slipway's there, and I just stepped down here up to about my waist in water. So this is the weedy area. I've got the pachinko one again. Like I say, we'll be having problems with the wind knots, but I reckon this is going to be our best chance of catching a bass, is over these weedy bits, as the bass are going to be swimming in and out of the weeds. So yeah, I've tried with some of the other dummy lures, they're getting caught up in the weed every so often, so I am giving it a go with the top surface one. This should be realistically be an absolute killer in this area. So when I've got my setup properly done and ready to go, I'll be sure to get back out here again and giving it a go for a bass. Because yeah, all this weed, as you can see, I don't have to watch the lures, fine. If you can see below me, hopefully, there is a load of weed all around, and I guarantee that there'll be bass swimming in and out of here. So I'm going to give it a go here. There's two tides in the Southampton water, as there is both sides of the English Channel flooding into here. So one was at 10:30 and then the other one is at 1 p.m. I think it's probably come up to about 11 o'clock now. So we've had the first high tide, and realistically I wanted to be fishing down at this spot at about 10 o'clock, but we did get here a little bit later. So yeah, we're going to give it a go in the weed, and this is going to be my best spot, I reckon. So yeah, well, there we go. We gave it our best shot. We tried 3 or so different spots. I reckon I am definitely going to give this a go again. That was great fun with the bike. Amazingly, I think it must have some sort of regenerative charging from when you're pedaling, because we're still at about 95% battery level, which is amazing. So yeah, big thank you to Engwe for sending this bike out to me. Really do appreciate it. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Obviously I am an absolute novice, an absolute noob at the lure fishing, so it's going to be a difficult game trying to get into it and start catching some fish. But the future is definitely brighter than today. We're going to get a brand new reel on the go. I might treat myself, we shall see. But yeah, very exciting. There will be a follow-up video with the bike, doing an unboxing and my first impressions, so do look out for that video. I know that it's sort of not relevant to the channel in some ways, but I can definitely whip it into a video like this, and it makes it really good fun, because otherwise I wouldn't have been able to go to all these different spots. So yeah, if you enjoyed it, do hit that hit that thumbs up button, and do sub to the channel. Really do appreciate it. And yeah, we will definitely be doing this again with the bike. Sweet as a nut. I'll see you guys in the next one. Midway through that little time lapse, I've just realised this spot under the Northern Bridge, this is one spot I was going to come down and fish, but on my way back I was doing the navigation, and I found out there's also a path going along the train line over there. So yeah, that could have been the next stop after when we fished over there, because we fished just over there. So I reckon next time I'm definitely going to give this a go again. I'll go over to that little bit by the train line over there, and then we'll probably make our way over to Chesil Bay. Yeah, we've got to get that reel and the line all sorted out so we don't get wind knots, and we've got the fluorocarbon on so the bass don't see the line. Yeah, happy days everybody. Back to the time lapse. If you're watching still, thank you very much. And yeah, on we go.